It was probably the most exciting and terrifying day I had ever had. I was standing in a building filled with so many animators that, for years, I had been studying and wanting to be like. And then animator Nick Ranieri asked me,
"So, do you have any questions for me?"
This was my chance to get the answers to one of the millions of questions stuck in my 17-year-old head. I had to make it a good one. I heard myself ask, "So what type of pencil do you use?" Yep, that was my question. This question intrigues me not only because I asked it, but because so many of us asked that question. And I think it's because deep down inside, we think there must be that secret art supply that's going to unlock some hidden deep talent deep within and make us great. I have tried a ton of different pencils and I myself have my personal favorites, but what type of pencil do you use always intrigues me. I noticed that in several interviews and drawing demonstrations of an artist and animator that I highly respect, that Glen Keane uses the same pencil. This same reddish brown pencil always appears in his hand. And it became my mission, nay, my quest, to find out, what brand of pencil is this? Well, after much researching and looking at photos of his hands and trying to decipher blurry pixelated footage, I finally listened to a podcast, an amazing podcast, and I will leave a link to that in the description box below, where Glen Keane actually tells the brand of pencil that he uses. So, for you guys, I went out and bought myself that pencil, and I'm going to test it out here to see if it is truly a magic pencil. So these pencils are a Japanese brand pencil. These are the Mitsubishi pencils, and you know these have got to be good. For one, they're Japanese pencils, and I think any art supply made in Japan is just awesome. If you look very, very closely, you're going to notice something that looks very close to the Triforce. I mean, it's not an exact replica of the Triforce. It's a little different. They didn't want to copyright infringe, but it's the Triforce, which definitely brings it up several bonus nerd points in my book. Now, Glen Keane described these pencils as like drawing with butter, and I was excited to try these out. I had to choose my best pencil sharpener for this. And there we go. The pencil is sharpened. The paper is ready. Now I can begin to create my masterpiece. I'm going to totally channel my inner Glen Keane gesture drawing. I'm going to create magical, amazing, I can't think of what to draw. All right, little hand exercises. Massaging it. Okay, and we're just going to jump in there. So I decided to start sketching something that I am very familiar with. So went with a horse kind of running, has a lot of power. I could get some great gesturing and began to work this pencil. First thing I will say about this pencil is yes, it is like drawing with butter, like the blackest, thickest, darkest butter ever. This pencil needs very little pressure to create a thick, dark, bold line. Like with a lot of pencils that are this dark, this one here is a 10B, which is insanely dark. If you rub your hand across the paper, it is going to smudge the stew out of it. But the nice thing is that unless you are pushing really hard with this pencil, your eraser is going to be able to pull all of that up. So it's really easy to go back through with like a gummy eraser or kneaded eraser and just kind of clean up my lines. Now for me, this was a little different. I tend to like to build my base sketch up very lightly and then go in with my darker lines. And this pencil, very hard to get the lighter lines. It just comes in really, really dark. But for shading and getting those great contrasts, this pencil is awesome. Was it the magic pencil? Did it unlock some deep inner artistic talent that I didn't know was there? Well, not really. I'll tell you what it did do. it made me excited to draw. And that's an important thing. Getting new art supplies, new pencils, new paper can make it exciting for you to draw. It'll encourage you to draw more. And that is the key to unlocking that secret talent, is drawing things. It's getting your hand to the paper, it's drawing as much as you can. So in that respect, maybe it is a key to unlocking some hidden talent, because it really made me excited about just a drawing. It gave me a connection to an artist that I highly respect. Did it make me as good as him? No, but it sure makes me want to practice like him. Would I recommend going out and buying these pencils? That's up to you. If you like a really dark drawing pencil, then I highly recommend them. I'll leave a link to where I purchased these in the description box below so you can go check it out. It doesn't matter if you have a really expensive Japanese pencil that was established in 1887 or you have a 25-cent Dollar Tree pencil. What really matters is that you're using it. Now back to the original question that I asked Nick Ranieri. What kind of pencil do you use? You know what his answer was? He simply stopped his mid-sketch, held up the stumpy little pencil he was using, and looked at me and said, well, this one, because I'm drawing with it.